bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of judgment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. And so my brain is wired because I'm off Friday. So I'm taking Friday off. I'm taking an extended weekend. My brain is wired that today is Wednesday, even though it's Tuesday. And then somebody said, oh, you can't do that because you're going to mess me up and I'm going to blah, 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 blah. That was my rendition of what they said. And I was like, too bad. Figure it out. You're an adult. You should be able to figure out what day is this and what day is that. And then you turn around and do the exact same thing. Because that's just how, because what you're around influences you, right? What you're around makes you remember, oh, yeah, okay, so you keep saying this. And then you go, oh, must be. But that's not really how life is it? That's not really how things go. We need to realize that because something exists, it does not have to be your reality. But I guess I should ask the question, because something exists, does it have to be your reality? Just because you're poor doesn't mean in 10, 20 years that has to be your reality. Opinion, right, is not irrefutable fact. So because people equate opinion to fact, we do things and put ourselves on a path of failure. Man, I'm not going to never get it. The man is stopping me. White people are stopping me. My cousin, uncle, brother, sister, mother, husband, wife are stopping me. When in fact, it's just an opinion. Something doesn't become a fact until you accept it. Which then leads me back to my question. Because something exists, does it have to be your reality? Because racism exists, does it have to be your reality? Because poverty, poor choices exists, does it really have to be your reality? But there's some things that are just facts, that are factual. And because we can't place it in our lives, we tend to reject it and replace it with opinion. like all black people are poor, that racism affects everybody, that systemic racism is the cause for issues in education and homelessness and jobs and every single thing you look at. When in fact, in each of those areas, and I'm not saying it doesn't impact it, but in each of those areas, people have lived in it and overcome it. Why is that? Because if you don't think you can make it, that doesn't necessarily make it an irrefutable fact. You can, in fact, make it. What was that guy's name that called in and complained about me and called me a blankety blank cop? Yeah. So, because you say it, and that's your opinion, doesn't make it an irrefutable fact. The problem is that the fact that I have what I have and do what I do and say what I say and go where I go was refuted my whole life. Being told you're never going to be anything. You're lazy. You're stupid. What did my 7th and 8th grade teacher call me in Chicago? You're foolish. Lord knows I wish she was alive today so I could talk to her, tell her how foolish she is. But then you get the acquittal of Daniel Perry. The acquittal of Daniel Perry should tell everybody within the sound of my voice that the importance of class dictates how you are going to be perceived and how you're accepted in society. Regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of how liberal somebody is, this idiotic word, what do we call it? Progressive, dumb word. No matter how progressive somebody is, the buzzword for being liberal. Or if you're a MAGA Republican and want to make America great again and support the Constitution and all that, to be a conservative, class dictates how you are perceived and how you are accepted in society. We can pretend like it doesn't matter. You could love living in a city where you live in poverty and your street's not clean and your house is torn up and owned by somebody in a suburb. But the bottom line, we keep screaming for issues in education, jobs, business, mass incarceration, when in fact, it's class. And Daniel Perry is showing you that it comes down to class. If you can present yourself tall, thin, curly hair, blonde, blue eyes, guess what? And let's top it off. I'm a Marine. You can get off too. How you present yourself and the money you have. Where did Daniel Perry's lawyer come from? And y'all better be careful. You better be careful with the killer of Brian Thompson. He refused to waive extradition in Pennsylvania. Now they got to have a hearing. And they got to present all the evidence to waive him to New York to present the evidence because it's already been charged, right? Great ploy to get hold of all the evidence that you have so you can refute it before you even get there. Where does lawyer come from? They said his grandparents. This Mangione kid who did the shooting, who allegedly did the shooting, said his grandparents were loaded, which means his parents probably inherited some cash too. So they got a really good lawyer. And nobody would talk about the lawyer, so the lawyer must have been good. And now he's fighting extradition. How could he do that? Because he's got a good lawyer, he's got money, and he's got class. And so what they're saying is that if you had enough money to afford a good lawyer, you could get acquitted too, even after you kill someone with your bare hands by choking them who never hit, touch, or came near anybody on the train. And then while they're standing there talking, without a weapon. You walk up behind them, put them in a chokehold, choke them, break their neck, and suffocate them. So if you're going to pick any one of these ideas, if you're going to pick any way of winning in America, there's only one thing you can pick. Not home ownership, not starting a business, not getting with your friends and opening up something. It always comes down to one thing. And when you see people with it, you tend to think they're great, right? They even use the word to talk about black girls. And I kind of push back because that's not what they are. But in the end, what created them was the one thing I talk about today. The one thing I talk about as something that you can take with you, that no one else can take with you, even if you die. If you look at the people that win, the lawyers, the medical doctors, the middle class, the executives, the $50 million insurance executive that got killed, who would have turned up all this drama for somebody in Milwaukee who got shot and killed? But let it be the CEO of a major Fortune 500 company and watch the world turn upside down and in on itself to make sure they catch somebody. So much so that it became a national news story, and they actually found this person in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Think about that. So don't listen to Elon Musk. Don't listen to anybody from Apple. Don't listen to anybody. Don't listen to Jeff Bezos. Don't listen to the Microsoft guru. Don't listen to the CEO. Listen to your parents. Listen to your friends. Listen to what works. Because something exists, it does not have to be your reality. How do you change that? Well, for me, regardless of what y'all say about girls, for me, the closest thing to magic in America is education.
And that is Dr. Ken's Truth on the new 1017 The Truth.
Truth Nation, Gruber Law Offices and The Truth have raised the stakes for this year. The One Call That's All Gruber Cash Giveaway is now a $5K giveaway. Yes, you heard it right. $5,000 giveaway. Every weekday on 1017 The Truth, you will have the chance to be entered to win the $5K giveaway. Listen to The Truth for the One Call That's All cue to call for your chance to win $5,000. Gruber Law Offices, One Call That's All. Visit 1017thetruth.com for official contest rules.
The Empowerment Small Business Loan Program, we're talking about up to $5 million, which for small business owners, we need that. That's like payroll, that's resources. So can you just let us know, what is the program and why is this lending program so important to Old National Bank?
Years ago, our CEO, Jim Ryan, this program is his brainchild. He was working with Roland Shelton, who you know, Denise, out of Evansville, and they identified that African-American business owners, Hispanic business owners, Native American business owners, as well as women business owners had a difficult time in obtaining financing from the traditional credit partners. And so we went out, created a program, launched it last year in 2023. And so far last year, we have helped over 100 successful minority and women-owned businesses with about $25 million in loans. We've already started this year with almost $8 million in approvals, again, geared toward minority business owners and women business owners that normally had difficulties in obtaining traditional credit finance.
From my family and myself, I would like to say thank you to Gruber Law Offices for taking such good care of us.
I would say thank you because you were so human and so much of a friend during the whole process.
I'm super grateful for them representing me and doing all that they did for me.
I would just say thank you for making me feel better.
That's why I'm here, to say thank you, thank you, thank you. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
At We Energies, we're committed to building a bright, sustainable energy future. We're investing in clean energy projects like solar, wind, and battery storage. As a leader in the decarbonization effort, our goal is to achieve net zero carbon emissions from our generation fleet by 2050. It's part of our plan to provide the affordable, reliable, and clean energy you depend on. Learn more at weenergies.com.
We Energies. People you can trust, energy you can depend on. This message was paid for by the stockholders of WEC Energy Group.
All insurance companies, they want to know where are your cars housed. Right. They want to know how far are you driving to get to and from work every day. They want to know all these different things for weather patterns. Are you living in northern Wisconsin, or are you living down in Tornado Alley somewhere in Kentucky? These things make a difference as to how your insurance rates are formed. It needs you to be factual, and every single time somebody commits these different frauds, it all adds up, and everybody ends up paying the price for it down the road.
Erie Insurance, providing the protection you need and the service you expect, all at a great price.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You don't know that's slow. You don't think this is slow.
That do not sound slow to me.
833-212-1017. Is this slow? Are you serious?
I don't see all this slow. This is like mid-tempo.
Can't take you nowhere. You're actually serious?
When I think of slow, I think of like something like "I Will Always Love You" and I will always.
That's a slow song. Sylvia say, "Happy holidays, Dr. Ken. I don't do holidays. I do Christmas. I don't do holidays. I do Christmas. I'll even do Hanukkah, but I'm not doing happy holidays. I'm not doing Kwanzaa, made up stuff. Quit messing with Jesus' birthday. You got a problem with it? 833-212-1017 is the number. You can hit me on the talk and text line. You can hit me on YouTube chat, however you want to holler. Or you can just go to the website at 1017thetruth.com. Okay. Because that's where you can stream us live. I'm just saying, at some point, this is starting to be ridiculous. Dr. Ken, you know they're not hip to that kind of music. They who? Them young folks? I don't know what they call slow. I don't know what they call fast. That's probably the issue. What do you call fast that you would say this is not slow?
This is it. That was too fast to be slow, though. That's the thing.
Oh, my God. So how many beats per minute do you need in order to be? How many beats per minute? It's this many beats per minute so we can, yeah. 833-212-1017 is the number. In my Dr. Ken's Truth, I was just talking about how not knowing, which is kind of what we were talking about, not knowing something can actually kill you. It can actually drive how you win. There's the winners and losers, or the people that talk about money isn't everything. It sounds dumb. You live in America, so you should move somewhere where they don't care about money. But don't live in America and then complain that other people have and you don't. That guy busted his behind and worked his way up the company, and now he became the CEO, and he makes $50 million a year. Don't get mad that he makes $50 million a year. Figure out how he made $50 million and how you can make $50 million. But we don't do that. We hate against people who win. I find it interesting that with we talk about Bill Gates getting thrown out of school because he didn't want to do, IT and coding and all that the way they taught in school. But the problem is he went to school. So there is some magic to education. It's an elixir. You can use it and stir it up. And so all these people laughing at all these people who are getting these quote-unquote useless degrees, I believe, and I don't know, this will sound a little off, it's a white person manifestation of you need to be like me. Or I guess it's a black person manifestation too. You need to be like me, and then you'll be successful. No, just be you and be the best you can be. It'll find you. But you got to work at it. It's not I showed up, so now it's mine. No, that's not how it works. And worrying about what other people say or think about you, you need to let that go. Because people will never be on your side. And it's okay. Some people will be on your side. 833-212-1017 is the number. White Widow, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. Can I ask you a question?
Certainly.
Why do you use the moniker White Widow?
We talked about this before.
Well, I'm asking again.
All right. Well, my husband passed away. I'm really a white widow. I started calling early on when the radio station started. I moved back to Milwaukee from the west side of the state after he passed away in 2019, and it was a cover. I was vulnerable. I was in a situation. I lost the love of my life. I was with him for 34 years, and I don't know. It just stuck. But I don't mind being melody with you or anybody else at this point in time.
No. I just always wonder why that particular moniker, White Widow.
I don't know, because I'm white and I'm a widow. I was proud of being a widow, because then people would ask me, about him, and then I could talk about him, and that delights me. So, but what I want to tell you is that, I'm a civil rights baby from in inner city in Milwaukee, and I remember.
Okay.
Wait. I know inner city. You don't like that.
Where's the inner city? Come on now. You know better than that.
No, my friend. What it is that it's the inner city of Milwaukee, and we were surrounded with Lake Michigan, Tosa, and those other suburbs. So we always felt that we were in the inner city. It wasn't derogatory.
White Widow, if you grew up in the civil rights era like I did, you and I both know inner city is a code word for where black people live.
That isn't how we saw it, though, when we were growing up. It might have been turned that throughout the ages, but that isn't. We were proud of living in the inner city and being proud of the fact we weren't part of the suburbs. So I don't know. But as growing up as civil rights baby, my mom, I saw forced busing. I saw how we were treated on welfare with 9 kids, all that other good stuff.
Time out. Was it forced busing?
Yeah, in Milwaukee.
Why was it forced? Like, did black people fight to not have their children stay in bad schools, or what? I don't understand.
Well, the thing is that it was forced busing. Black children, instead of putting the monies into the schools in their immediate neighborhoods, they forced them into schools that were somewhat white. I was on 31st and Brown at 31st Street School when it happened. No teachers would wait during the bad weather for the buses. They'd start the classes. The teachers are all white teachers when these black young students in grade school came in. And I remember one time going to the back of the room. Teacher told me to go to the back of the room. Kid, you had to wear dresses then. Patted my behind, and I turned around and I looked at the teacher. She saw it, and she didn't do nothing. So when I had to go back up that aisle, I put a book back there. I said, take a cop a feel of a book, right? And I went home and I told my mom, I said, the teacher didn't do anything. I said, it was a young black kid. I think it was 3rd grade. She said, that teacher's not going to pull him in to teach him either. So, and that's the first time, in growing up where my mom told me, she said, you're going to be considered when you go out there, they're going to consider you a second-class citizen. You are not, but anticipate that attitude. So, the fact of the matter is, the second-class citizen was something that I learned once I went out there. I'm going to face that type of attitude that, there is a class structure here, and I'm considered second class, single mom. food stamps and all that other stuff. But the fact of the matter is, she elaborated, you are not. But anticipate that attitude out there. So, you kind of go out there with a little chip on your shoulder. I remember joining the Brownies and one of my best black girlfriends, little girl, Phyllis, she wouldn't join. And I didn't understand because I was too young. And then I understood why. And so I got kicked out of the Brownies, and my mom established the first Campfire Girl organization in Milwaukee, and we were on the Milwaukee Journal and blah, blah, blah. But then Phyllis felt comfortable joining. So that was the climate there for the kids who came and moved into the neighborhood, who were forced bussed in. And, it's just, you're correct. I'll give you an example. My daughter, who's 38, she got caught with a paperclip worth of marijuana in junior high in Milwaukee. You know what that is. That's automatic expulsion. But no, $2,000 for an attorney, and I looked at the letter the other day. For $2,000, Milwaukee Public Schools buried that so that she was able to go to Oak Creek. Otherwise, she would have had to go to an alternative. So you're absolutely correct. There's a class structure out there. Absolutely correct. Justice is not blind. It sees clearly, and oftentimes it tilts on the side of whoever is the highest bidder. But I want to mention the fact that this argument with Evers and Boss, can you believe it? Our budget is not going to go through because Evers is demanding that people get to stay home and work.
And I say deduct what they might spend on travel, a car, gas, clothes, all that. You don't need to make money to buy those things because you're not coming to work anyway. So just deduct it from their payroll.
But the fact of the matter is we're not getting full breadth of services.
We didn't get it when they were there. We didn't get it when they were there.
Okay, I'll tell you a comparison. I got a part-time job, 10 hours a week, blah, blah, blah. I had a labor dispute against the union and the company. In the old days, I'd call up the NLRB, the feds. They'd say, hey, you're on first shift? Yeah. Well, we don't want you to miss work. Come on down to the federal office at second shift. And they'd actually would open it up to second shift, and I'd do my charges or whatever. Currently, you go down there, and it's, there's nobody there at the NLRB. There's nobody at the EOC. And I'm dealing with an investigator at this time, and they would bring you into the office. You'd sit down because we were blue collar. They are the experts. You tell them the story, and then they pull out sections of what there may be violation. Now the protocol is that you go there, they got a window and a drawer, no one's there, everything's dusty, even the plant's dying. And, I indicated, I really don't feel comfortable with the email. Can I get you a brief? Because they sent me to Madison School for Workers.
Okay.
So I learned to do arbitration briefs and stuff. And he insisted. He said, no, just send me the emails. I'm comfortable with that. And he said, because I'll probably be working from home. So no. These buildings are being underutilized. We're paying for the overhead. We're paying for heat. We're paying for security.
Right.
And there's nobody sitting in these offices.
That's because they don't have to. Well, why do they have to go to work?
Because then why are these buildings, Marcia Coggs, the social services buildings, go there. It's a ghost town.
Why do I need to go to work? When I don't feel like working, I just don't answer the phone. I don't understand that.
Right, and that's what's wrong. People have to get back. Why don't we tell the police officers, hey, why don't you work from home?
Because it's against the law.
Why are these people I don't know, but why do we consider that these people are of such elite status? And especially in these organizations and
you really want to know why? You really want to know why?
Why?
Because they vote Democrat.
Yeah.
They vote Democrat.
Well, that's what the Democrats have to go.
And they'll find something for conservatives and not conservatives, but Republicans. And when they find that, they'll treat people the same way. So it's like that in politics. It's just the way it is. But thank you, White Widow. I got to run because I'm far behind.
Okay, take care.
All right, take care. 833-212-1017 is the number. You're gonna veto a budget for an entire state because people don't want to go back to work. and they actually took a job and they work. Hiding behind, well, we got to hire the best. So the best must be in Milwaukee, but we're in Madison. Well, then you'll either get in your car and drive to Madison, you'll get an office in Milwaukee, or you're going to drive your butt and move to Madison. But what we're not going to do is pay you to sit at home. You got people making $80,000, $90,000, $100,000 or more sitting at home. Sitting at home. God knows if they're at home doing work. They might work 3-4 hours a day. Who knows? Because we don't track it. You think it's going to get bad in 2025? Wait till you pick up the phone and call and find out that you can't even get, oh, wait a minute. They didn't pick up the garbage last week. Oops. Traffic, sports, and weather up next.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Craving something mouthwatering? Head to Munchies, Milwaukee's finest quick-service eatery. You'll love their gourmet egg rolls, wings, loaded fries, and fried fish. And don't miss their signature pasta dishes and soul food options. Plus, ask about their upcoming pound cake line. They're open Wednesday to Saturday, 12 to 6 p.m. Visit Munchies on site. Call in your order or get delivery. Follow Munchies on Facebook and Instagram at Munchies Detroit Style. Check out their website at munchiesdetroitstyle.com. Munchies, where your cravings meet satisfaction.
Bengo made his list and checked it twice. Turns out Bucks fans are really nice. Slay the holidays with a limited time ticket offer that will land you at the top of Bengo's nice list. Score gifts for the Bucks fans in your life and treat yourself too. Holiday packages feature ticket codes to redeem now or use later. Exclusive Bucks holiday items and an e-gift card that can be used to eat, drink, and be merry at Pfizer Forum. Explore options at bucks.com/deal season.
More than 6 million kids in the U.S. have ADHD, and many aren't getting the support they need. At understood.org, we can help. Sometimes in class, the only thing your child can focus on are the thoughts racing through their head.
Why am I always falling behind? Why do I feel so alone? So different.
Your child is looking to you for answers. But as a parent, you probably have a lot of questions too. What should I do next? Where do I even start? At understood.org, we provide parents with the resources they need to help kids with ADHD thrive. Your child wants to thrive. Be the reason they do. Visit understood.org/thereason to get started.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Southbound on 41, heavy from just south of Appleton Avenue all the way down past Capitol Drive. Southbound 43 has some delays too from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette interchange all the way down to the KK River. Northbound slowing down from Fond du Lac up around North Avenue's curve. Westbound 94, you're looking at delays right out of the Marquette all the way to Hawley Road. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, a few flurries possible, a low of 24. And then tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, chilly, scattered snow showers with a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 1017 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneim.
The Green Bay Packers are back to work this week following their loss last Thursday night to the Lions in Detroit. Head coach Matt LaFleur addressing the media on Monday to detail what lies ahead for his team.
I think they've won, 4 in a row. Going to Seattle is always a chore. I mean, that is a tough place to play. I think they got a lot of talented players, so it's gonna be a great challenge for us.
Wide receiver Romeo Doubs remains in concussion protocol, as does safety Evan Williams. Over to the NBA, where the Bucks will look to punch their ticket to Vegas in the NBA Cup. They'll welcome in the Orlando Magic tonight to Pfizer Forum in the knockout round. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. And lastly, the 20th ranked Wisconsin Badgers will hit the road to begin conference play in the Big Ten tonight as they get set to face off with Illinois on the road. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Oh, yeah. I get around. Still clown when the underground, when we come around. Stronger than ever. Back to get wrecked. All respect to those who break their neck to keep their check, as though they sweat a brother majorly. And I don't know why your girl keeps paging me. She tell me that she needs me, cries when she leaves me, and every time she sees me, she squeeze me. Lady, take it easy. Hate to sound sleazy, but tease me. I don't want it if it's that easy. Hey yo, bust it. Baby got a problem saying bye-bye. Just another hazard of a fly guy. Your ass wide don't matter. My pockets got fatter. Now everybody's looking for the ladder. And ain't no need in being greedy. If you wanna see me, try to keep a number, baby, when you need me. And I'll be there in a jiffy. Don't be picky, just be happy with this quickie. But when you learn, you can't time it down, baby doll. Check it out. I get around. What you mean you don't know? Check it go. I get around.
Hey. 833-212-1017. You can let it run a little bit. I want to hear Sir No.
Now you can tell from my everyday fits, I ain't rich, so cease and desist with them tricks. I'm just another black man caught up in the mix, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Just 'cause I'm a
all right. 833-212-1017 is the number. A Milwaukee County Circuit Court judge recused herself from overseeing the criminal case against former Milwaukee City Attorney Tierman Spencer. So what was the deal? We gotta figure out what's going on once again, because things are happening in the city of Milwaukee that we need to keep up with and keep abreast of and look at the things that are happening. So today, judge recused herself from overseeing the criminal case against former Milwaukee City Attorney Tierman Spencer because of a potential conflict of interest. Christy Yang granted a motion by Spencer and his attorney to ask for another judge to hear the case. The defendant is allowed to do this once without having to prove a reason or explanation. Spencer, 68, is accused of using his public position to gain a dishonest advantage in a dispute with another city department over a facility where his car was stored. The one-term city office holder has said there is no basis for the charge. So we'll see. Danielle, let me see this. Spencer was handed off to Milwaukee County Circuit Judge Danielle Shelton, whom I've met on several occasions. But later in the day, she held a hearing in which she disclosed that Spencer had donated to her campaign in the past and attended a couple of social functions with her. And she said, I don't feel comfortable in being in judge of you in this case. Shelton told Spencer, who personally gave $250 to her campaign in 2019. Case was referred to Jorge Fregoso, who set Spencer's hearing seeking dismissal of the case for January 30th. So DA had no comment, of course. Shelton left the courtroom with, Sultan who's William Sultan, who is Spencer's attorney, left the court, didn't talk to reporters. So anyway, so that's an interesting take to what's going on in the city of Milwaukee. 833-212-1017. Fonz said, I got a theory called hillbilly theory. If you dress a hillbilly up with nice clothes, hygiene, and teach them manners and how to talk, they can maybe fool the upper class. But a black man, to them, suited up or not, is still, and he put the word, his words, not mine, still a nigger, can't hide the skin. You agree with that? You agree with that? 833-212-1017 is the number. Brian, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What you want to argue about now?
Yeah, I want to understand something. Why is this even a case? Why is this even being even entertained in the court system in the first place?
Because every time, this is my lack of data, lack of insight, lack of information, base answer to this question. I could give you an intellectual one too. Every time a black man reaches a certain level where they have almost absolute power, the only other most powerful person in the city of Milwaukee, other than the mayor, is the city attorney, and the city attorney is actually more powerful than the mayor.
Okay,
you know they're gonna get rid of that. Okay,
but this is about a parking space. Am I right or wrong?
Correct. Well, no, it's not about a parking space. It's not about a parking space. It's about a. They needed to come check the building, and the building was supposed to be demolished or sold or fixed, and they needed a permit. All that nonsense was going on, right? Because they probably did need the permit, but he interceded.
Okay. Does this rise to the level of somebody going to jail, or does this rise to somebody getting a hefty fine?
When first of all, if he's found guilty, he should probably get a fine. The issue is you can't do things that other people in your same office can do. I don't know why black people don't realize that. If there's nothing that's equal, I don't care how much money you make, you can have the same class if you want. You can have more money, but in the end, there are still some things, and I dare anybody that's white to call me or black to call me and argue it. There are just some things that white people can do that black people can't.
Well, this would solve it all. Chairman Spencer needs to not follow them with their traditional techniques by going to court. He should name names and expose them to social media. Expose them to social media. Put the names out there on social media. And I guarantee you,
to what end?
Like cockroaches,
Dude,
with
they
a
don't
light
care.
ball,
They don't care.
They'll recuse themselves
No.
and stop acting still.
They won't care.
This is completely retarded.
They don't care. Even if he did it, watch this. I know personally white people that have done that have interceded for friends and done things. And guess what? They got away with it. They got caught and got their hand smacked and told not to do it again.
Yeah, well, we got to keep shining the light on them cockroaches.
Well, but that means you got to shine light on all cockroaches. Black, white, Hispanic, or Asian. You got to get them all.
Well, in this case, I'm going after the white cockroach.
No, because they'll jack everybody that doesn't play along. Don't get it twisted.
Hey, you know there is a German cockroach, right?
I'm not touching that. Okay, bye. Bye, Brian. See, I knew I shouldn't have called. I knew I shouldn't have answered. 8332. My bad. Knew I shouldn't have answered. No, I'm just kidding. 833-212-1017 is the number. I knew I shouldn't have answered. I knew it. It's all your fault. You see, you never should have answered the phone. When I read the phone number, don't answer the phone. It makes absolutely no sense. So again, what you want, Ben? What you want? What do you want? Why you harassing me, man? Why you harassing?
I got to do my job.
Why you had not from in here? Y'all got like 9,000 computers in there. 9,000 computers. I think your shirt should. I think that should be across the bottom, and at the top, you should add the words "you can." Because when you just say that the way it reads, it sounds like you support that.
I do support the way it reads.
Nah, no, you don't. You can't say that on the, no, don't say that on the air. You can't.
I do.
This
no, you don't. Is really how I feel.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Do you know what this is referencing? Are you a hip hop?
Yeah, unfortunately, I do. I was just trying to get you some trouble because you used the word crack, but okay.
I love it.
Okay. All right. So it ain't the drug. Big deal. Oxymorons, right? What's an oxymoron? The fact that you're wearing a baseball cap with a Bucks logo on it. That is great. Not you, Ben, but just the fact that somebody used a baseball cap and put a basketball logo or a football logo on it. Think about that. That's the power of a cap. That they wear them in baseball. You don't wear them in football, but you put an emblem on it and you wear that's what's up. Hey, when we come back, I'm having a personal problem that I need to share with you. And I need some home remedies on what to do about it. Because I've asked around and I've done all the other stuff and it's just not working. So I need to holler at you. I need you to holler, preferably. If you're over 40 years old, you can kick in. Other than that, I'm really not trying to hear what you got to say. All right? 833-212-1017 is the number. I got to tell you, I'm trying to think, should I do it now or should I do it when I come back? I'm going to just do it now. I have gas trapped right here in my chest, and I can feel it, but it's not doing anything. And so I don't know how to get rid of it. I can feel it come out slowly, but it's not really doing anything. And it's been a couple days. Probably shouldn't have drank that soda. But it's been a couple days, and I don't know what to do about it. So you have any home remedies? You know, them down home, black folk stuff. Can y'all help a brother out? 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, I want to remind you to stream and watch us live on YouTube at 1017thetruth.com. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss a minute of a live show like now.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
It's almost that time. The Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale, Thursday, December 19th, 5 to 9 p.m. at the Deco. The Wisconsin Black Chamber is about to change another life and award the first place winner of the pitch finale with $10,000. Second place, $7,000. Third place, $3,000. There will also be great food, a wine tasting of the wines made by our Black Winemaker Chicago Day Trip participants, entertainment, vendors, networking, and just an all-around great vibe. Join the Wisconsin Black Chamber of Commerce in celebrating another great year at our Black and Diverse Gala featuring the pitch finale. Tickets go on sale November 22nd. Visit twbcc.com to purchase tickets so you don't miss out on what we have going on.
At Cousin Subs, the bigger your smile, the better we feel. That's why our menu features something for everyone, like our Wisconsin cheese curds, golden fries, creamy shakes, and mac and cheese, all
paired with your favorite sub or our subs in a bowl. And don't forget our kids' meals, now with a free cookie. Here's to a better day. Cousin Subs. We believe in better.
Truth Nation, there's a critical need for more African American blood donors in Milwaukee, and we want to encourage you to help save lives by donating blood.
This is why we ask you to join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we have partnered with Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin for a blood drive with your favorite truth shows broadcasting live on site.
Come watch Truth Be Told with Telly, The Truth with Sherwood Hughes, and Jam with Juice with Ben Jamin and Kerry Noning Juice, live from the Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin.
That is right, y'all. So join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Truth Blood Drive.
All you have is one chance after an accident, one decision on who to call, one shot to get the help you need. Don't waste it on the one offer you get from your insurance company. Make the one call to Gruber Law Offices. It's the only one you'll need to make. Call us today. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Before the break, I was asking how you get rid of gas in your chest. You know? How do you get rid of it? I'm looking for a straight. You ready? I'm looking for a home remedy, jackleg, because everything else, nothing else has worked. Oh, wait a minute. Michael, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. What's up?
Yeah. One of the things I use a cup of water and a teaspoonful of apple cider vinegar, preferably Bragg. They sell it at Walmart, Walgreens, different supermarkets. It helps. I'm telling you, it helps.
Okay, what is it you said again? What was the brand?
Bragg, B-R-A-G-G.
Okay.
Yeah, it works, man. Cup of water, teaspoonful of apple cider vinegar. You don't want to take too much of this stuff. Is it back and chill? That'll help.
Apple cider vinegar. So,
yes.
So what does it do?
And preferably, huh?
What does it do?
What'd you say?
What does it do?
Well, it breaks up the gas. Like you're talking about, it breaks up the gas. It just helps with your digestive system also. That's basically what it does. Helps with your digestive system, helps you as far as heartburn is concerned.
Vinegar and warm water or cold water?
No, normal temperature water.
Okay.
It could be normal temperature water.
Room
from the tap or even from your bottled water.
All right. No.
Yeah.
And
give it a shot.
I'm saying it's joking. And no lead, right? No lead in the water.
Not yet. only as a last resort.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help myself.
I know. I am too. I couldn't resist either.
What? All right. Thank you much. Appreciate you, Michael.
You're welcome.
All right. What does Brian want now? What you want, Brian? You helping a brother out?
Hey, I was going to tell you how to alleviate your discomfort.
How?
40 deep breaths.
Get out of here.
After you finish,
I got gas.
Yeah, 40 deep breaths.
I got gas in my chest.
Exactly. You got to use your lungs. You got to work your lungs to get the gas out, my man. Just do your 40 deep breaths. Hold your breath for 60 seconds.
Man, that's for 45 minutes. Get out of here. Beat it.
No. I ain't say 40 minutes. I said 40 deep breaths. That's
40
easy
deep breaths.
to do.
And then you said hold my breath for what?
60 seconds.
Why?
You can hold your breath for a minute.
So at the end of doing 40 deep breaths, hold my breath for a minute.
60, exactly.
Why 40?
Once you're done with that,
why not 20?
You got to follow the method. You got to follow procedure, man.
Where'd it come from? Where'd it come from? Sound like you made it up.
Hop.
Nah.
No, I ain't making it up. I've been doing it for years, man. I'm just as old as you are, and I'm in excellent shape. In fact, I can still dunk, man.
So?
I'm 60-some years old. So? I can still dunk.
So?
I'm in excellent health, and I don't use no medication, none of that. I use the all-natural methods of keeping myself perfect. Yeah, I've been telling you about this Wim Hof for maybe 4 or 5 years. I think I've been trying to tell y'all. Yeah, but if you do that, you alleviate most of your afflictions, even your diabetic afflictions. You just got to get the proper amount of oxygen in your body, man, and your oxygen solves everything.
Okay.
More oxygen in your cells solves everything.
All right.
Peace.
I have no idea what he was talking about when he said try such and such. I don't know what that. I didn't really hear him. I didn't want to ask because I don't want to be the purveyor of something somebody else takes and then something happens to them and then they be trying to sue me. It's your fault. I heard it on your show. Be like, no, this is a talk show and we do analysis. And after that, it's just like entertainment. So no, we ain't. I'm not dispensing any medical treatment or dispensing anything you need a license for. Not me. I'm just running off at the mouth, trying to cause trouble, trying to make Mr. Smith take off his glasses. Yeah, that's about it. Like, it's a simple time and a simple day. I'm just saying. Hey, we're approaching 5 o'clock. We got Top 5 at 5 coming up next. Make sure you keep it locked right here on 101.7 The Truth.
On Wednesday night, we have a clash of Horizon League rivals as the Milwaukee Panthers travel to Green Bay to take on their conference rival, the UW Green Bay Phoenix.
Lob it up, and Darius Duffy with a dunk. An alley-oop will bring the crowd to their feet. Panthers push. Stillwell a leaner. Stillwell counted and one. Jermichael Stillwell.
Scott Warris has the coverage Wednesday starting at 5:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 6 o'clock.
Here at the new 101.7 The Truth, we aim to be a staple in Milwaukee's Black community. We are committed to partnering with local organizations and supporting Black-owned businesses. We are proud to call Milwaukee our city and promise to be a positive reflection of our community. We look forward to celebrating Black culture and excellence with you every day as we make history and continue to uplift the voices in our city. Join us for the journey at the new 101.7 The Truth, founded by Gruber Law Offices, Milwaukee Black Talk.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom, I got
got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to the new 1017 The Truth, founded in partnership with American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. 1017 FM, 1510 AM, WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. Bringing you his authentic perspectives on important topics.
They live in suburbs together. They live in the city together. They hang out together, all in the same family. We're the only idiots that fight because we want our voice to only be on one side. Like, does that even make any sense? And when the side loses, you lose everything. They, on the other hand, have a voice no matter what because somebody that looks like them is always in control.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point.
Well, it's just a skewed system.
Of course it is.
It's a lot of adjustment.
But answer my question, though. Should we let people go? Should we let people go? Like, let's just forget about bail altogether. And if your neighbor commits a homicide and kills people up, if you kill people and they next to you and you just let them come back and live right next to you, they can live upstairs from you. Let them come in your house.
Frank, candid, and straight to the point. This is the best radio show in the state of Wisconsin. Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth and The Truth app.
Now, he's the mayor of the city of Milwaukee. He's a young man. Give him a chance. I only complain about things that I care about. What I want you to do is pretend like I'm in St. Louis. And all I'm asking the mayor and the Common Council president and the Common Council, show me.
Now, live from the American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is Dr. Ken Harris.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. It's going to be one of them days. It's going to definitely be one of those days. I guess I should just get moving in. Come here, Can't bring my book. I left my book in there. I left my book in there. There you go. Bring my book around. Bring my book around. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate it. You want to bring my book around too? We're just being silly. We're just being silly. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. All right. Woo. All I can say to that is
number 5.
Opponents of the Menominee Falls book. You know, somebody sent me a text on this today, and I'm gonna tell y'all what they said. Somebody sent me a text, and all the text said was, "We tell kids to reduce their screen time, then ban books and down their playgrounds." This from CBS58.com. Menominee Falls, Wisconsin. Dozens packed into the Village Hall last night for a school board meeting. And during public comments, those who spoke unanimously opposed the board's decision this past summer to ban a book that had previously been available to preschool students. The family that formally appealed the ban has now filed a discrimination complaint with state education officials. Those in the room joined Jesse and Michelle Kramer in calling for the Department of Public Instruction to overturn the district's ban. Menominee Falls School Board had previously banned 33 books from high school last fall. However, the Kramers' complaint focuses on the board's decision to ban the book Love Makes a Family. The book includes images depicting same-sex couples as well as single parents and heterosexual couples. At the same time of the decision, board president Nina Christensen posted on social media the book included content that was not all right for the district's curriculum for kids at the 4K level. It contained content not introduced at this grade level, 4K, based on the Human Growth and Development curriculum, which begins at grade 3. Both Kramer pushed back on the board's reasoning Monday, and they accused the district of avoiding specifics without outlining its decision to ban the book. It's not about the policy, it's about discriminating against specific groups of people, Jesse Kramer said. The official meeting minutes conveniently omit an mention of what exactly inappropriateness exists in the book or what qualifies as alternative lifestyles. DPI spokesperson Chris Bucher confirmed today that the state had received a pupil non-discrimination appeal. So here's what I think about it, and most people are going to be mad when I say it, but a school has a right to ban whatever books they don't want kids to read. But banning them from a library, I think, is kind of ridiculous. Put up a sign that says these books aren't appropriate. Put them in a room where if you're second grade or lower, you can't get to the book. And that's it. So you could fix this. It sounds like it's just a group of people that are causing trouble. A 4K, right? 4K, 4 years old, doesn't need to read same-sex, single, and heterosexual couples and all that. That's just me. They don't really grasp an understanding of it anyway. So what are you reading? Why are you fighting for somebody 4K to get that? There are some things in life that do not trickle down to children. That's the same way I feel about transgender. If you want to be transgender, God bless you. What we're not going to do is make children or let children do it before they themselves have become adults and are clear in their thoughts and patterns and wants and understand the ramifications or lack thereof when they do it. That's all. Because if you can argue that you want a kid that's 4 years old to read books about heterosexual couples, for that matter, and family, which they don't really understand anyway, how would you have somebody do that for transgender? If you want to leave the books in school, leave them in school. Just put them in a certain place. Banning is a little much. Banning is a little much. However, your First Amendment right, I don't think, transfers to a book that somebody else doesn't want to read. If you want to read it, that's fine, but it doesn't transfer to somebody else. We need to learn how to love and respect everybody. But love and respect doesn't mean we let you do what you want because you don't want it, because you do want it. If you can't smoke till you're 18, and you can't vote till you're 18, and you can't go to war till you're 18, and you can't die for the cause of the country and freedom when you're 18, I don't think you should be able to change your gender until you're 18. And when you turn 18 and you want to change your gender, your identity, I support you 100%. It's your life. And that's it. Treat them with the same dignity and respect you treat everybody. But children, that's out of bounds. Children is just a little beyond the pale for me, especially when it comes to a book that somebody else might try to introduce to them. That's the parent's job. Don't take the place of a parent. And if you want your child to read the book, take your child home and read the book. If other parents don't want their children reading the book, don't read the book. But what I think what's happening is the state is starting to try to become the parent. That's the problem. If a parent wants their child to transition, that's on them. If a parent wants their child to read a book or don't read a book, that's on them. If their parent wants their child not to transition or read a book or play basketball or play football or baseball, which I'm still salty with my mother about, even though she passed away in 1996. But anyway, 1995, but anyway. Yes, I'm still carrying that around. But at some point, let the parents be the parents. Let children be children. Let them grow up harm-free, without all the drama, without all the questioning and the political pandering and all that stuff. And just let people be kids. 833-212-1017 is the number. So now I got calls. Should I stop and take the call and carry on with my top 5 at 5? All right. Ethan, you're on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
Hi, Dr. Ken. I think I disagree with the original premise. You had a couple different points, but I'll try and keep it simple so we don't go long. But the premise of these books being put out there to present a certain lifestyle to children, I don't think that's necessarily the goal. So I think the concept that these books are being put out there to show them.
But is that what it does?
Does it show them? I think if you read a book that shows an alternative lifestyle or a homosexual lifestyle, a gay lifestyle, it presents that to them. Okay. But I think it presents them at a lower frequency than children are already exposed to heterosexual relationships.
But if parents don't want that, don't they have a right to say that?
Totally have a right to say that. I don't think there's anything wrong with a parent saying that they don't want their children to read a piece of literature.
Right.
I think maybe we should take the time to consider why they don't want their children to read that literature.
That's nobody's business but theirs. That's nobody's business but theirs. Just like when you vote, you could say you vote for Trump. You could say you vote for Kamala Harris. But is there a reason why? That's nobody's business.
Well, if we don't examine people's behaviors or their their motivation for behaviors, what do we lose by not doing that?
My business and my behavior is no one else's business. I have the constitutional.
Should we live in isolation of each other's behaviors and thoughts, though? I think we want to live in a world that communicates.
If I decide to, yes. Because now what you're saying is that, hang on, because now what you're saying is that communication supersedes my right to not.
No, I don't think I'm saying it supersedes. I'm saying I think there's a benefit. I think you have the right to not communicate.
Sure.
I'm saying I think it's worth considering why individuals might want to. Now, if they don't want to share why they don't want to, fine. I can't force anyone. I don't want anyone to feel like they're forced to, but I think it betters society. I'm sorry, say again?
We always hide behind a better society garbage when we want something to go our way, instead of respecting other people's individual rights to say, nope, I don't want it, and I don't have to tell you why.
I think if that desire to respect other people's individual rights, and I don't think this is you, but I think it occurs in some places, is being used as a shield to ignore or sometimes remove or potentially diminish the rights of other groups, then I think it's worth a consideration or a discussion. Now,
what right is diminished by me not letting my child read a book about homosexuality, heterosexual couples, or anything? Like, what right of an individual is being harmed by me not letting my child read?
Well, if we're going to play the what right game, the right to not speak or the right to keep an opinion to yourself isn't a God-given protected right. So, I mean, we can play a made-up right game.
It's not a made-up right game. You just said that you said something to the effect of you were stopping people that when they didn't have access to hearing that type of thing, you're like holding them back from something, and I don't really understand.
No, I don't think that. I think if there is, let's say that I hold a belief that it's wrong to be homosexual, and I don't want my children to believe that. I can hold that belief. It's my right to believe that. I think if that belief is not discussed, there's a potential harm that can, spread out to individuals who are of those groups. It eventually has trickling effects.
How could it possibly? How could my point of view hurt somebody else because I have the point of view? That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Listen to what you're saying.
How can your point of view hurt somebody else?
Listen to what I'm saying.
Point of view? How can your opinion harm somebody else?
Well, why don't you listen to what I'm saying? if I'm not acting on it and I just believe that if you don't wear a hat on your head, you're harming yourself. But
sure,
people don't wear hats on their head. If I don't tell them that, why would they care? Why is it what someone else believes about something? Why would someone else care if it's not harming them at all? Everybody has to agree about everything.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be accepting about everything. And this whole society idea is garbage. We have a right to be individuals and do what we want, to think what we want, to vote how we vote, to go to church if we want to not go, all those things. But it seems like when it comes to homosexuality, everybody is supposed to all agree with the same thing. And if you don't, then you're harming people. That's garbage.
I don't think you have to agree, but I think that to take it all the way down to a simplification of
it's harming people. That if I don't tell my child...
I don't think I ever said that sentence.
You said that basically as a parent, if I taught my child to not like homosexuality, that I'm eventually going to harm the homosexual community. That is what you said.
Not what I said either. I mean, we can play it back. That is not the sentence I said. But I think to abstract it down to a hat.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Is a simplification of, a hat compared to people, a style choice compared to individuals and how they are as people, right? There's differences I think we can acknowledge between
but the style choice
those
is
two
the same
examples.
as my choice to believe or not believe, and nobody can take that away from me, and you can't tell me I'm wrong, ever. Just like I can't tell you. I'm not saying you did.
I don't necessarily think you're wrong. I'm saying I think when it comes to things that can be harmful to people, we should examine them more carefully.
I think it's not our business
that
to do
is
that.
less likely.
It's not our business to do that.
I think that's a fundamental disagreement that we have.
But think about it. Think about it. If somebody is racist and they support the Ku Klux Klan, I don't care. It's not bothering me. They might raise their children up to be white supremacists. I don't care. That's their life. But I'm not going to pass a law that says that you're doing harm to your child by having them believe that only white people are the most superior people in the world. Because there are black people that believe that black people are the most superior people in the world. And when we start doing that, we start to creep into other people's personal rights. And Ethan, you make some really good points. And I agree with like 95% of it. But at some point, when we start to creep into changing society and making people believe things because we think it's right, that's a problem.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I think maybe my point's been taken slightly beyond what I'm trying to say because I don't think it's about making people
because
believe.
I disagree by telling me that I took it beyond.
I'm not trying to bash you.
You just said I took your idea, what you said beyond.
Oh, I didn't mean that as a bash, Dr. Ken. I'm just saying
I took it as a bash.
I didn't say it was a bash. I'm sorry. I apologize that you took it that way. That was not my intention. But my goal is to say that I don't want to change. I don't want you to change your rights. I don't want or your opinion. I'm not trying to make you believe something you're not. I'm simply saying that consideration of what these beliefs are or what their impacts are is an important. It's a question to have. You don't have to. No, I'm not trying to make you, but I'm saying okay, I'll do it.
You're saying it sounds
I'm
a
social psychologist, so it's my goal it's my job to investigate human behavior.
Look, that's your problem. You're supposed to.
Sometimes it does feel like a problem. My name, by the way, is Dr. Harrod. You're Dr. Harris. So I don't know if that's just a weird coincidence. We're very close. Dr. Harrod and Dr. Harris.
That's great.
But
part of it
anyways,
is that when we don't have conversations like this.
I agree. I 100% agree. I'm kind of jumping the gun here on what you're saying, but I think I'm about to agree with what you say.
And we don't agree. And I don't think we disagree with anything. It's about perception. We don't respect other people's perceptions. We think everybody has to be like us, when in fact, the sheer beauty of living in America and being alive today in the world is diversity of thought and diversity of opinion.
Totally. But I think this is even a conversation that is delving into our internal motives, right? This is the same thing I'm sort of talking about. Like, even if
you can't control that.
All I care about it as a psychologist, but
that's
I think it's a
that you're manipulating people, Ethan.
Well, I'm not trying to manipulate people. I'm just trying to get people to talk about their feelings and their thoughts.
I don't want to talk about my feelings and thoughts.
I'm sorry.
I want to be narrow-minded and
yeah. That's fine. You know what? I like to be narrow-minded about certain things too. We all have those points of view, and sometimes, our one narrow-minded is somebody else's open-minded. Who knows? But hey, I don't have things I want to say, but I think I ate up enough of your time. So good talking to you. Enjoy the holiday season.
You too. Keep calling and keep listening. Thank you much, Ethan.
All righty.
All right. 833-212-1017 is the number. Let me get back to my. See, y'all keep trying to mess up my day. It's a wonderful day. It's wonderful. We're gonna keep going.
Number 4.
So I don't understand why this is going on, but then I understand why it's going on. Because me and Ethan were just talking about that and politics and all this other stuff. The Wisconsin Department of Justice filed 10 new felony charges today against Kenneth Chesbrough, Jim Trupis, and Michael Roman, 3 former Trump allies charged in connection with the fake elector scheme and plot to overturn the results of the 2020 election. So they got 10 new felony charges for defrauding each of the 10 Republican electors who met at the Wisconsin State Capitol December 2020 and cast their vote for Donald Trump. In interviews with law enforcement, the majority of the unappointed electors, and if they're unappointed, why are you, anyway, recalled being informed that the meeting was lawful. Prosecutors wrote in the new court filing. Adding, they stated that they did not consent to having their signatures presented if they conveyed Wisconsin's electoral vote without a court ruling to that effect. Department of Justice also referenced in the court filing 12 News political director Matt Smith's interview with former Republican Party of Wisconsin Chair Andrew Haidt, one of the Republican electors who said they were tricked. I don't know. Why are you piling on now? Like you already got them with 5. Like, why are we piling on? I don't know. Oh, well. But if they did it and they're found guilty, they get to go to jail too.
Number 3.
This is an unfortunate story from WISN.com. 5 people, including a woman from Milwaukee, were found dead in an apparent murder-suicide in an apartment in Atlanta, Georgia. Shooting happened Saturday night, and among the deceased were 43-year-old Molly Johnson and her grandchildren, a 1-year-old boy and a 5-year-old girl and a 32-year-old man, all of whom died from gunshot wounds. Police said that Johnson had been dating the man and they had lived together. The motive remains unclear as authorities continue their investigation. That is an unfortunate thing to hear, and we'll keep up with what's going on in that particular case.
Number 2.
I talked about this the other day from Fox6Now.com. They were looking for, there was a young lady who was missing, and she accused some guys after she was spotted at a gas station and rescued of sexual assault. One was in custody. There was a warrant for an arrest issued for child sexual assault in connection to the case of the missing 13-year-old, and that person has now been located. Court records show 30-year-old Davion Wilder was taken into custody today. He's charged with second-degree sexual assault of a child. Antonio Randolph, 37, had been previously charged. Criminal complaint said, that's what I get for eating sweet tarts in my mouth. Criminal complaint said Randolph met the 13-year-old on November 18th at a gas station at 50th and Lisbon. He and another man sexually assaulted her at a nearby home on around 46th and Lisbon. And then they say Randolph confined the girl to his grandmother's basement on 95th Street, wouldn't let her call her parents. Prosecutors said the girl said no and stopped multiple times. Randolph and the victim were picked up by an individual known as Fat Fat on November 20th. Fat Fat was later identified as Wilder. Wilder dropped Randolph off. Criminal complaint alleged that he then sexually assaulted the victim in the car. Prosecutors said Wilder later dropped the victim off with Randolph at the gas station, where a family friend recognized her and called the family. Randolph later identified Wilder, noting that they are related. The complaint says the victim further identified Wilder, saying, "I can't forget that face." So that person is now in custody, and God willing, maybe we can see some justice for that young 13-year-old.
Number 1.
All right, this is a cop alert. Yes, I'm being facetious and silly at the same time. Cop alert. This from Biz Times. .com. Don't laugh out loud either. You hear me? Both of y'all. Do not laugh out loud. You remember where McDonald's was? 914 North 27th Street? A new Dunkin' Donuts is going to take its place in Milwaukee Avenue's West District. 1,300 square foot building at the site was previously home of the Wendy's franchise and was one of several fast food restaurants owned by Junior Bridgman, former Milwaukee Bucks player. The Wendy's restaurant closed earlier this year. Well, Cardo Rasha of Brookfield and the Cardo Group plans to purchase the building next year and open a Dunkin' Donuts. Renovation of the building is expected to cost around $200,000, and the donut shop is expected to be open in the second quarter 2025. Dunkin' Donuts location would add to the company's nearly 100 other locations across Wisconsin. And if you ever want to find a cop, now you got to go to what? What was the address? 914 North 27th Street? Because where you find a donut, you could probably find a cop.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, it is Denise Thomas from Truth Be Told with DT and Telly, and I am so excited for you to tune in to our monthly interview with Old National Bank. Old National Bank will be joining us to discuss why they are so committed to supporting women and people of color-owned businesses, while also discussing their Empowerment Loan Program, which can provide your business access to funds up to $5 million. So don't miss our Truth Be Told monthly interview with Old National Bank at 8 a.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
What if one day you went to your secret hiding place? You know, that spot that only you know about? And instead of what you came for, you found something a little different. What if instead of your private stash, you found a simple phone number, 1-800-662-HELP? What would you do? Would you stop and give it some thought? Would you make the call? The truth is, all drug use comes with risk. Before those risks become real, before drugs turn your life upside down, before drugs take their toll on you and your family, know that there is help. You can quit. If you or someone you love is struggling with drug use or prescription drug misuse, call 1-800-662-HELP for 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, or go to samhsa.gov/thereishelp.
Milwaukee Class of 2025, is your wish to win a laptop and a $1,000 scholarship? If so, Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Laptop and Scholarship Awards program is now accepting applications. Visit tmul.org and fill out the application today. The application deadline is Tuesday, January 14th at 4 p.m. So don't wait. Apply today at tmul.org. If you qualify, you can apply for both a laptop and a $1,000 scholarship. Greater Milwaukee Urban League's Laptop and Scholarship Award is amazing. So visit tmul.org today.
Life's better with American Family Insurance, because whether it's a family road trip in your dream car or hosting a family reunion in your dream home, we help you feel protected so you can enjoy those dreams with peace of mind. Save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Truth Nation, there's a critical need for more African-American blood donors in Milwaukee, and we want to encourage you to help save lives by donating blood.
This is why we ask you to join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. as we have partnered with Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin for a blood drive with your favorite truth shows broadcasting live on site.
Come watch Truth Be Told with Telly, The Truth with Sherwood Hughes, and Jam with Juice with Benjamin and Carrie Noting Juice, live from the Varsity Blood Center of Wisconsin.
That is right, y'all. So join us on Friday, December 20th from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. for our Truth Blood Drive.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the what? Really? You don't remember that? You wasn't watching me, were you? Because I stopped with the music. He didn't know the music was going to stop, so. 833-212-17. You never heard Bad Girls? Bad Girls. But you wasn't paying attention. You was watching the Bad Girls. Okay, I'm just saying. All right. Yeah, yeah. 833-212-10. We are so behind. Brian, what you want? Why you calling back? Why you harassing me? What's going on?
I'm just giving my last common sense
You
opinion.
say that every day, and every day you call 234.
No, I just wanted to address something. I think that
yes, sir.
It should be a state-by-state thing in as far as discussing and banning these books and what have you. Because in this state,
it is state-by-state.
The age of consent is 18. So for anyone, any state official or public official that wants to discuss sex with a minor in school should be brought up on pedophilia charges. That's a pedophilia type thing. You can't be talking about sex changes with children. You can't do that. Not go to jail. I think
wait. Talking about sex change with a child is not pedophilia. But anyway.
Yes, it is.
It's not.
Anything talking about
pedophilia.
It is
pedophilia when
you're dealing with children.
Pedophilia. Really?
It's children.
It's not.
It's children.
It's not. Pedophilia is not against the law.
Being a pedophile is against the law.
It is not against the law. The act of having sex with a child is against the law. To be a pedophile.
Promoting it.
Listen to what I'm saying. It is not. Okay, so you want to. You know the law better than everybody else in America.
I know the moral law better than everybody in America.
I know the moral law. Moral law has nothing to do with
everybody in America.
That's ridiculous, Brian, because you can't arrest somebody for moral law unless there's an act behind it. Being a pedophile, liking children, listen to what I'm saying.
Pedophilia.
Okay, he's not listening.
This is promoting pedophilia.
You can't promote.
Is it not?
No, it's not.
But if they're talking about it in school, that's promoting pedophilia.
Huh?
Don't we frown on that? Are we bringing Jay-Z and P. Diddy up on charges for molesting a 13-year-old?
That's child sexual assault. Okay, first of all, we're not bringing them up on. That's time out. Learn how to listen to what is being said. That's an allegation because somebody tried to loop in Jay-Z and tried to say, "I'll say this about you if you don't pay." So, but we ain't talking about P. Diddy. We're talking about what you said with the 13-year-old that accused somebody of sexual assault. So at some point, that is a separate actionable crime because somebody did something. If you molest a little boy, that's called sexual assault. If you molest the little girl, that's both of them is sexual assault of a child. But to be a pedophile, to like children, and nobody knows, or if somebody
sick.
knows, it's sick. It's absolutely sick, but it's not against the law. Just like people want to be married to chairs. Listen.
It should be.
It shouldn't because now you become the thought police. And now you start to tell people, no. You can't be the moral police because now if I don't agree with homosexuality, then you need to go to jail. If I don't agree with who you're dating, racial, black and white, you go to jail. No, you can't.
You don't need to go to jail, but you need to stop your immoral ways until they're 18.
If you have a thought,
wait till they're 18.
If you have a thought,
wait till they're 18.
Pedophilia is a thought.
Just wait till they're 18.
You can talk about it till you're blue in the face, Brian, and keep repeating yourself, but it doesn't. What you're saying in your opinion is not fact, nor is it law. And you're wrong.
Your caller, Ethan, is the example
of what?
Of the example of the circle jerk mentality that's ruining this country.
Keep going.
Ruining this country.
How?
Because we have such weird acting people in this country that you can't get anything focused. You can't get anything
You got to move out of America. Then you got to move. America's for the individual. America's for the free and the home of the brave. You either accept it all,
exactly,
or you don't accept anything at all.
After 18,
sure. I Absolutely after 18. But you do understand that what you're saying in your context as it relates to pedophilia, even though I kind of agree with you legally, being a pedophile is not, sure it's sick, but it's not against the law to be sick. Because then you'll have to put a lot of things against the law. And isn't that what black people fought for? Black people aren't as smart as whites. Black people don't work as hard as whites. Black people, like this is why we had a civil rights movement. And I'm not equating the two, but I'm saying you're going down a slippery slope.
Didn't have anything to do with pedophiles.
Say what?
Our civil rights movement didn't have anything to do with pedophiles.
No, what it had to do with is your opinion of what you think is your constitutional right.
Well,
as long as you don't act on it.
Like me.
Well, no.
If more people thought like me, we wouldn't be in the trouble that we're in.
You sound.
If
can
more
I say something, Brian?
Acted and think and thought like me, we would not have the problems the black community has at this point in time.
If everybody thought the same, we only need one person. Ain't that kind of what Hitler thought about?
Hitler was a good person, to be honest with you, in a lot of ways. All he was doing is going against the bankers. That's all.
Wow.
Peace.
Hey, Brian. Yeah, because I was about to hang up on you. Now I'm questioning whether or not I should let Brian call my show again. Anybody that says Hitler is a good person, no, we can't. I can't roll like that. I'm done.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
In our community, you will find a Center for Food Security. You'll discover a Center for Behavioral Health Support, a proven center for home care, a successful center for employment, a center for trauma recovery, and more. We are Centers for Independence. Find out how you can support Centers for Independence's work and mission at cfihope.org/independence.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Check out Jammin' with Juice, where it's amazingly juicy.
No, that's beautiful, Jesse. If you ever need any host for any of these events that you have coming up, you should contact Jammin' with Juice. We'll be more than happy to host these events for you.
Listen, Jammin' with Juice, you are like top of my list. Now I know we're going to do a lot of fun stuff in a lot of years to come because I love you guys. I love your listeners. I love Milwaukee. And I can't wait to have an amazing night next week with Cash-Off, T. Grizzly, and Lakia.
Yes, I love that you picked those artists as well because they're really powerful artists, especially for the youth.
And you know you always got a friend in band.
You know what? Shout out to Not Really a City Girl, man. Shout out to Not Really a City Girl. That is a really great item.
For my birthday?
Oh, yeah.
A sweatshirt with your picture and an autographed copy of your non-existent CD?
Yup.
No stone left unturned.
Okay, I just wanted to say we were talking about picking races, I am biracial, so I always had to pick one. If everybody remembers, you used to have to pick one, and I was always black. Now, when I called over the phone for a loan, I used my white voice, and I got a really great rate.
Come get your drop of juice.
Hey, I want to say congratulations to both of y'all from where y'all started at the station to where y'all at now.
Thank you.
I remember Juicy Juice used to be upstairs. Nobody never seen her. And Jammin', you started over there, I think, with Tori, and now where y'all at now, I'm proud of y'all. And you know we sipping on that apple. And don't forget the crown. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all have a blessed day. I love both of y'all and continue the good energy for us young people.
Oh, thank you so much. We appreciate you.
From the 414 to everyone across the globe, Jammin' with Juice is here for you. Check out Jammin' with Juice daily on YouTube.
Well, looks like we've got a crash now. Eastbound 94 right at Highway 164. It's off on the right shoulder, so watch out for the delays past that scene. Still going to be heavy all the way past Brookfield Road, though. And then back on the brakes from the Zoo interchange all the way through the Stadium interchange to 35th Street. Westbound's backed up from the Marquette all the way to Holly Road. Back on the brakes from Elm Grove Road all the way to Calhoun. And then again past Brookfield Road. Southbound on 41, slowing from Appleton Avenue down past Capitol Drive. You're back on the brakes from Lincoln down through the Hale interchange onto 894 eastbound. An earlier accident at 60th Street cleared out of the way, but that's really what caused those delays. And then southbound on 43, backups from Capitol Drive all the way down through the Marquette to the KK River crossing. And then on the northbound side, slowing down out of the Marquette all the way up to Keefe. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Mostly cloudy, a few flurries possible, a low of 24. Tomorrow, mostly cloudy, breezy, chilly. Scattered snow showers with a high of 28. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Brandon Sneim. The Green Bay Packers are back to work this week following their loss last Thursday night to the Lions in Detroit. Head coach Matt LaFleur addressing the media on Monday to detail what lies ahead for his team.
I think they've won, 4 in a row. Going to Seattle is always a chore. I mean, that is a tough place to play. I think they got a lot of talented players, so it's gonna be a great challenge for us.
Wide receiver Romeo Doubs remains in concussion protocol, as does safety Evan Williams. Over to the NBA, where the Bucks will look to punch their ticket to Vegas in the NBA Cup. They'll welcome in the Orlando Magic tonight to Pfizer Forum in the knockout round. Tip-off is set for 6 p.m. And lastly, the 20th ranked Wisconsin Badgers will hit the road to begin conference play in the Big Ten tonight as they get set to face off with Illinois on the road. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The sports update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams. Member FDIC.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Sandra, you're on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Where you been? How you doing?
I am fine. How are you doing?
Good.
I was hiding out. I went to the Simmons.
Oh, that's right, you did. How's it hot? Well, I'm not going to ask you how it went.
Did.
Look, I don't know how it went. I'm just saying.
It went excellent.
Good.
Yep. I went by myself.
Huh?
I did.
Wait, what?
I did.
Okay.
And I enjoyed myself. I just laid back and, oh, man, it was gorgeous.
Okay. So you got some rest and relaxation.
Yeah. Well, I don't really sleep like that. You know, I wake up a lot because, number one, I got this little dog. She wakes me up.
No, leave the dog at home. What you doing?
I did. You can't take the dog there. I did. I took her. You know, I put her up for a day. I boarded her. Yeah. So I had some peace and quiet. I did me some lottery cards, and I read my newspaper, and I looked at my YouTube and listeed to you talk about the abandoned books and the gays and oh boy. You know what? It used to be when I was coming up. We used to play with the gay people.
Okay, I don't know if you should say it like that. Like,
I mean, well, they were.
Well, so do you think gay people say they played with the heterosexual people? I mean,
I don't know what they said, but they liked us and we liked them. I mean, I had nothing against them.
They're called human beings. Why wouldn't we? Like, I don't understand.
But the guys would beat them up. Back in the day, they chased them down.
That's true. That's true.
And,
that is true.
Yeah, and I never could see why they would do something like that. That was just crazy.
The same reason white people chase black people and beat them up.
Yeah, because they got a little bit of racism in them.
Well, or
a lot of racism. It's not a little bit.
Insufficiently secure with themselves. How's that?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
That's what causes I'm going to lose something, fear of missing out. It could be a multitude of things. I'm not like Ethan. I'm not a psychologist. But if you know yourself well enough, I mean, it's like jealousy, right? We get mad. Yeah. Oh my God, you're so jealous. Everybody gets jealous. But why do people get jealous? And, Ethan was asking a very valid question. Why? Well, one of the reasons is that we believe other people see in you what I see in you, and they'll want it too. So that makes you jealous. There's nothing wrong with it. It just is what it is. As long as you can handle it and realize that, yep, she is beautiful or he is handsome, and I know you're jealous, and that's okay. And your mate may be jealous. Well, okay. As long as they don't take it overboard, but you got to fix it. I don't know if you can fix people who have decided that people that aren't like them are less than, or you got to beat somebody else up because you're not really feeling good about yourself. And I'm only making an assumption that that's why you're doing it. It might just be hatred. I don't know what.
I think they just have to come to reality. Well, because because it's the way this world is now, the way things are going, there's so much going on. I think a lot of them think they're going to be left out of the deal here. And
what do you mean?
Oh, they're taking our jobs and all of that stuff. With the migrants and all that stuff. So it's crazy. But jealousy is a thing. It's bad. People have been jealous for years. I used to remember when we went to church, they were jealous. If you dressed up real cute, because my mom used to dress us up real nice. And you know how that goes. And then my mom used to dress up and have her hat on. You know how the sisters did.
Yeah.
And, the people didn't like that. And so I try to be more neutral, though. That way, it's not as obvious to me.
Right.
As far as dressing, as far as colors and stuff like that.
Right.
But I do like loud colors. And my husband said I like to be seen. That's what they see anyway, so it don't really matter. That's the way I look at it.
Well,
but so I had to holler at you. Yeah, because I hadn't talked to you in a while, so I'm a little bit rested now, so I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I got a Project 2025 going on.
All right.
I do. Okay, then.
All right.
Talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, bye-bye.
833-212-1017 is the number.
Don't touch that dial. More of Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harrison is next on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation!
And all our juicy jammers out there.
Make certain that you tap into Jam with Juice each and every day so you can quench your thirst.
That is right. You already know you can sip on us every single day, like Benjamin said, from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. But that's not all, y'all.
Catch us exclusively on YouTube for our 6 to 7 show.
Yep, only on Thursdays.
Catch Jamming with Juice each and every day on 1017 The Truth.
Now sip on that.
One smile is great, but one smile in a community of smiles is so much better. A smile has a secret power that most people don't know about. A smile multiplies. It spreads from one person to the next, stretching across entire groups of people. Smile Train knows this and is proud to be creating a wave of smiles across the cleft lip and palate community in over 70 countries. Patients, doctors, advocates, fundraisers. Collectively, our smiles are a celebration of the transformed lives of over 1.5 million children. Learn how Smile Train is helping the cleft lip and palate community at smiletrain.org/learn. Smile Train, changing the world one smile at a time.
Backed by popular demand, Shawnee's Exquisite Catering is once again taking your holiday gathering to the next level. And not only are they bringing back their traditional holiday meals, but they're adding something new and just as delicious: seafood dressing. And of course, they'll have their family meal deal. Book now for fresh, flavorful dishes that will make your holiday season unforgettable. Pickup and delivery is available as well, so all you have to do is enjoy your holiday. Contact Shawnee's Exquisite Catering at 414-216-3469. Happy holidays.
Are you or someone you know 18 or older and need a driver's permit? Greater Milwaukee Urban League's free driver's permit classes can put you in the driver's seat. You'll learn the rules of the road from qualified instructors, moving you one step closer to successfully earning your driver's license permit. You may also qualify for free behind-the-wheel instruction. Classes are available December through March. You can attend virtually or in person. Visit tmul.org for more information today.
Take the stress out of the holiday season with the Milwaukee Bucks. Get all your shopping done with Bucks deal season offers, featuring great gifts and limited time packages that even Scrooge will love. Score deals for everyone on your list, including yourself, from the Milwaukee Bucks and Pfizer Forum. 'Tis the season for cheer with your favorite deer. After all, there's no place like Pfizer Forum for the holidays. Shop the offers today at bucks.com/deal season.
This is Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. 833-212-1017 is the number. Hey, Truth Nation, we've teamed up with Associated Bank for our Black Business Give Back. Each quarter, we'll be giving away $6,000 worth of free commercial advertising for 3 months to 5 Black businesses. Visit blackbusinessgiveback.com. That's blackbusinessgiveback.com, all one word, to sign up today. So let's rebuild our community's backbone through exposure right here on the award-winning 1017 The Truth. For official rules, head to blackbusinessgiveback.com. Associated Bank, member FDIC. We got about a minute or so to go. Renowned poet, activist, author, and professor Nikki Giovanni. You know who that is? Nikki Giovanni?
I saw it on Instagram, but I don't know who it is.
You have no idea who she is. You are the saddest person on Black history I've ever heard of in my entire life. She was 81 years old, the acclaimed poet, Black arts movement icon, whose poems of wit, wonder, and wisdom were celebrated in children's books, keynote stages, and television shows, and in more than 24 best-selling poetry collections, died peacefully on yesterday with her longtime partner, Virginia Fowler, by her side. In an announcement from the friend and fellow writer, Renee Watson. We will forever feel blessed to have shared a legacy and love with our dear cousin, said Allison Reagan in a statement on behalf of Giovanni's family. Statement did not say how she passed away. Nikki Giovanni was one of the coldest. She was awarded an Emmy for exceptional merit in documentary filmmaking for Going to Mars, the Nikki Giovanni Project, and her latest poetry book, The Last Book, is scheduled to be published in fall of 2025. Got to put that on my list. You're listening to Truth in the Afternoon. I'm your host, Dr. Ken Harris. Tori Lowe Show's coming up next, and I think I'm rebroadcast. I don't even remember when or know when, because everybody keep calling me and telling me and texting me in the wee hours of the morning, telling me they listening to me as if I'm on the air live. Like, I don't really understand that. But if you text my phone and you got my number, you holler at a brother, I'm not going to answer. I'm just saying. So God bless, take care, and no matter what, take care of yourself. It's starting to get colder outside. Check on your loved ones, check on your neighbors, check on the elderly, and make sure, and check on those who might be vulnerable. Hey, God bless, take care. Thank you, Jason. Appreciate you, brother. I'm out.